A stylish man in a hat smiles, posing for a magazine cover. His confident look hints he's used to the spotlight. Friends debate lyrics. One insists on refining them, another laughs it off. The third just watches, quiet. The quiet one snaps, shut up. The others flinch. She admits she doesn't know how to write, but won't quit. She explains her method, keep what's good, cut what's not. Her friend calls it contradictory. Continuing with Ikoku Nikki, she 40 through 43. Subscribe for more recaps. She shrugs it off. The conversation gets messy. One friend groans, that's so mean. The other just laughs and lets it go. Someone suggests karaoke or bathroom echoes. The quiet one sighs. They're stuck, no ideas left. The quiet one walks away, muttering, let's just stop. Grass rustles as she leaves, alone with her thoughts. In the hallway, a boy overhears. He wonders if she's trying to influence the lead. His face falls. He sits stunned. His mouth hangs open. The weight of her words hits him hard. He doesn't move. She sits too, fingers on her lip. She whispers, someone like me just... Her voice trails off, unsure. She hunches over, sweating. Her hands shake. The pressure is too much. She can't speak. He slumps in his chair, eyes closed. He's overwhelmed. The silence between them feels heavy. They stare at each other. He asks, don't you feel that? She looks away, unable to answer. He says his world is shaking. She admits she feels it too, but hides it. They walk away, side by side. She turns, shouting, I'm still alive. He flinches. She asks if that makes it okay. He doesn't reply. He stands, fists clenched. Focus on what's in front of you. He's trying to push her forward, not back. She smiles, eyes closed. Thank you so much. He watches, relieved. The hallway feels lighter now. She stands alone, staring at a blank board. Her face is calm, but her eyes are distant. She's thinking hard. He looks down, jaw tight. He's holding back. Whatever he's feeling, he won't show it. She laughs, startling him. Did I scare you? He jumps, then grins. She's playful, but he's still nervous. She leans in, serious. Sound bounces off walls with no people. He freezes. Her words hit him like a wave. She turns, hair flying. Seeing things based on reverberations. Neat, right? He watches her go, confused. He raises his hand, later. She walks off, not looking back. He's left wondering what she meant. She frowns, thinking. Did you think your life was over? He's silent. Her words hang in the air. A man sits alone on a bench, spacing out. Trees sway. He's lost in thought, ignoring the world. She walks, phone in hand, backpack bouncing. She's moving forward, focused on her next step. He snaps awake, startled. Something clicks. He grabs his phone, eyes wide. He's got an idea. He texts her, welcome back, Asa-san. She replies, sorry too late. He smiles. They're talking again. He asks about her dad's survey. She laughs. There's different types of dads. He nods, listening close. She peeks from behind a tree, watching him. He turns, sensing her. Their eyes meet. The moment hangs. He texts her, welcome back, Asa-san. She replies, sorry too late. He smiles. They're talking again. He asks about her dad's survey. She laughs. There's different types of dads. He nods, listening close. She peeks from behind a tree, watching him. He turns, sensing her. Their eyes meet. The moment hangs. He texts, that's unusual. Is that the park near the temple? She confirms. He wonders if her dad is scary. He asks gently about her earlier questions. Offers her space. She doesn't answer. He waits, calm. They sit on the bench. She falls quiet. He stays still. The air feels heavy between them. She looks down, unsure. He doesn't push. She finally says, maybe it wasn't sudden. I don't know. She turns away. He looks at her hand. She says, I'm probably not loved by my dad. He stays silent. He admits, that's been painful for me too. He says, realizing it hurt. He looks down, honest. He says, even if I'm not loved by that person, I'm still a human with value. She listens close. She asks, who are you? He doesn't answer. She stares. He looks away, thoughtful. She closes her eyes. Tears form. She doesn't wipe them. The silence stretches long. He says, the echo of a small murmur finds you when you least expect it. She looks up, surprised. She asks, what do you think of a person that doesn't make anyone else? He smiles softly. He says, metaphor? She nods. He laughs. She laughs too. The tension breaks. He says, I'll bet Makio-san would hate a person like that. She says she'd call them boring. He laughs. She laughs. He says, somebody serious like me always feels uneasy. She smiles. He says, hey, watch it. She jumps. He says, I came to pick you up, obviously. She blushes. She asks, and you're sitting down to do that? He says, I won't get bit by any mosquitoes here, will I? She howls. He jumps. She asks, Makio-chan, could you do a whole-style howl? He stares. He says, once I've got my manuscript submitted, there's nothing I'm afraid of. She laughs. He says, that was a loud voice. She says, you're kind of wolf-like, aren't you, Makio-chan? She says, I told ya, not afraid of anything. He says, and that really was a loud voice. She laughs. The cover shows a green-haired teen, the titled journal with which looming over him. Inside, a boy and girl share a tense moment, a close-up on the green-haired boy's eyes. They hold a strange, distant look, like he's seen something no one else can. The titled journal with which covers his chest. He stands calm, but his eyes tell a different story. What is he hiding? The back cover reveals a sketch of a girl with a witch's hat. The author's name, Yamashita Tomoko, is written beside it. A man with sharp eyes stares forward. His expression is serious, like he's waiting for something important to happen. A woman with glasses looks down, her face calm. She seems to be thinking hard, maybe about what she just saw. A boy's eyes widen in shock. His mouth drops open. He just heard something he never expected to hear. A girl with long hair stares ahead, her face blank. She doesn't react, but her eyes show she's listening closely. A woman's mouth opens in surprise. She didn't see that coming. Her eyes show she's trying to understand what just happened. A boy with glasses smiles wide, his eyes bright. He seems happy, maybe even a little too happy about something. A girl with long hair smiles softly. Her eyes are kind, but there's something hidden behind that gentle look. A boy sits on the floor, head down. He looks tired, like he's been waiting for a long time and nothing has changed. He sits by the fridge, staring at the door. The sound, jiku jiku, echoes like something is ticking inside his head. A tall plant stands in a pot. Its leaves are big and healthy. It seems to be watching the boy, or maybe just waiting. The boy looks up, his eyes half closed. He seems lost, like he's trying to remember something but can't quite grab it. 3 girls talk under a tree. One says she went on a trip. Another suggests they go to the pool. The third agrees. They walk away, talking about a sleepover. One says, see you later. They seem happy, but the boy watches them leave. The boy turns his head, looking down. He seems sad, like he wants to join them, but doesn't know how to ask. He walks in, saying, I'm home. Someone welcomes him. He looks tired, like the day has drained him completely. He asks, what are you doing? His voice is quiet. He seems to want to know, but also doesn't want to hear the answer. A girl bursts in, laughing. She says he can get heat stroke sitting there. He didn't notice 4 hours had passed. He looks down, his hand on his knee. He says, I just can't think of anything. He seems stuck, unable to move. A girl stands nearby holding a drink. He says foo, and she says yeah. They both seem to understand each other's silence. The girl stands with her hand on her hip, holding a phone. She looks at him, waiting for him to say something. A text message appears. Makyo-chan is in another slump. I'm kinda worried. What do you do in times like this? He looks at his phone, then at the girl. He says he's scared of that sort of thing, and always avoids it. He feels useless. The girl walks away, saying, shut the door. He stays bent over, lost in his thoughts. She leaves him alone again. She walks away, her skirt swaying. He watches her go, his eyes following her until she disappears from view. He holds his neck, his face pained. He says it's kind of a pain in the neck. He's trying to hide how much it hurts. In class, students talk about studying. One says they don't like smart people. He listens, his head down, pretending not to care. He agrees with them, nodding slowly. She watches him from behind, her eyes fixed on his back. He doesn't notice her staring. 3 boys stand together. One speaks with a serious face. The others listen, their expressions unreadable. He feels out of place. His eyes close slowly. He lets out a quiet sigh. He's tired of pretending. He's tired of hiding how he feels. She stands at the window looking outside. She admits she's scared. She's always avoided things that feel too big for her. He lifts binoculars to his eyes. His hands shake slightly. He's searching for something, or someone, far away. Through the lenses, he sees her on a beach. She walks slowly, her dress swaying. He watches her from a forest, unseen. He calls out to her, voice soft. She doesn't turn. He stands alone in the sand. She keeps walking toward the sea. His face tightens. Her eyes look heavy. They both feel the weight of something unspoken between them. She trips, falling forward. He rushes to catch her. She laughs, embarrassed. He stays still, holding her arm. She insists she can do it herself. He steps back, letting her try. She reaches for the basket, determined. She laughs again, shaking her head. She says she's sorry for being weird. He just watches, not sure what to say. He looks at the truck outside. His eyes widen slightly. He remembers something. He doesn't say it out loud. She looks down, voice quiet. She says it's okay. She's been this way since the accident. He stays silent. He remembers the crash. His hands clench. He doesn't look at her. He can't bring himself to ask what happened. She walks toward the beach again. He watches through the trees. He doesn't follow. He just stands there, still. His eyes widen. He sees her from behind. He doesn't move. He doesn't call out. He just watches her go. She turns slightly, looking at him. She asks if he became an adult. He doesn't answer. He just stares. He smiles, soft and small. He tells her it's okay to take things slow. She lowers her head, listening. She leans on the counter, thinking. She wonders what if she never gets the chance to grow up. He doesn't answer. She asks if he's going anywhere for vacation. He shakes his head. He doesn't look at her. He stays quiet. She says they're friends now. She doesn't need to go anywhere. He nods slowly. He doesn't argue. He just agrees. A figure slumps forward, their head bowed low, shoulders heavy with unseen weight. Petals drift through the air, a soft blur of yellow and pink against the white sky. More petals swirl, caught in a gentle breeze, painting the scene with quiet color. A young man's face appears, eyes half-lidded, as if lost in thought or fading away. The scene turns gray, petals now dark smudges, hinting at a sudden shift in mood. He walks outside, sweating under the sun, while another holds an umbrella nearby. He fans himself with his hand, muttering too hot as sweat drips down his neck. He steps onto a crowded train, eyes closed, trying to find space in the crush. He leans his head back, exhausted, as the train announcement echoes around him. He shrinks into his seat, shoulders hunched, as someone brushes past him roughly. A close-up shows his sleeve, the patterned fabric, a small detail in his world. He stares at his phone, reading messages about Michiko. His expression unreadable. His fingers tap the screen as he reads Michiko's message. A small frown forming. He looks up startled as someone mentions Michiko and Makio-san nearby. He turns his head sharply, eyes wide, catching sight of someone he didn't expect. He forces a smile, offering reassurance to the person beside him, voice calm. He looks down. A small, knowing smile playing on his lips as he thinks. He glances up, eyes thoughtful, as the train doors begin to close with a soft sound. He closes his eyes, head tilted back, as the train lurches forward into motion. He opens his eyes, looking out the window, watching the world blur past him. The train door seals shut, cutting off the outside world with a final, soft click. He turns his head, watching the station platform disappear behind him, lost in thought. He steps into a room, greeted with a cheerful morning from a classmate. He picks up a stack of papers, his smile fading as he reads the words, "What, Joff, Jock." He flips through the pages, his brow furrowed as he tries to make sense of them. He points at a paper, shocked, realizing the lyrics were not meant to be seen. He looks up, flustered, as the teacher announces it's time to start reading them. He bows his head, hiding his face, as laughter echoes around the room. He glances sideways, listening as the teacher asks if everyone has finished reading. He nods quickly, raising his hand as the teacher calls for votes on the lyrics. He stays quiet as others shout Mimori's name, their voices loud and excited. Someone laughs, calling her Mimori-cha. Anne. while others look shocked. He blinks, confused, as they joke she always gets favoritism from everyone. He turns, eyes wide, as someone yells, "Who's doing that?" at the board. A girl laughs, shouting, "Shut up, Morcone," while he smiles nervously. He raises his hand again, offering to let others give their impressions too. A classmate whispers, "He's going out with Memori-chan," and he freezes. They point to another paper, calling it nice because he's being supportive. He cheers, hand raised high, as others shout, "Gata," and here, in joy, claps echo as the teacher announces the top 3 will be in the club magazine. A boy turns, calling his name, Takumi, and he jumps in surprise. He thanks the boy, who says he's amazed at his skill with lyrics. The boy adds, "You're really working hard," and he looks down, nodding. He says he'll give it his all while he can, then smiles weakly. A close-up shows his hair falling over his face, hiding his thoughts. He leans toward a classmate, asking if he has talent, and the boy says yes. He laughs nervously, then admits he's scared he'll hit a slump someday. The boy pats his shoulder, saying, "You got nothing to worry about." He panics, whispering, "Oh, she's saying stuff like that about not being loved." He slumps, eyes low, wondering if anyone will ever love him the way she does. He sighs, shaking his head, as the boy just chuckles softly beside him. He looks up, confused, asking what the boy likes about her, and the boy laughs. He stammers, "I asked Mako-chan before. She wouldn't tell me anything." He looks down, admitting he's too scared to ask what she likes about him. The boy turns, saying he doesn't see her as someone who gives casual replies. He stares, stunned, as the boy adds, "I care more about not displeasing her." 3 boys stand together, one looking tense as the other 2 talk quietly. A close-up shows his eyes, wide and full of quiet pain, staring ahead. He leans forward, whispering, "Most actions don't bear fruit, or thanks." He looks up, a small smile on his face, as he says it's still noble to try. He turns away, voice low. "Maybe I'm a bit of a twisted person for that." The other man stays silent, then asks, "But you don't really get anything in return, do you?" He blinks, surprised. "You think?" Then he looks down. "Personally, I feel like she's taking things from me." He pauses, then corrects himself. Not giving things to you?" The man laughs softly. "It's about how you look at it, I guess." He shrugs, smirking. "Like I want to eat a little more rice, but I don't want to gain weight." The man chuckles. "Real easy for you to say." He leans back. "Who cares if you gain weight? It doesn't matter." He looks up, eyes sharp. "Sorry if the keyboard is kinda noisy." The man turns his head. "Your cheerfulness and stuff, how you talk." He stares at the screen. "How you neatly accept goodwill. And just take the things you'd rather not accept." He leans forward, voice quiet. "Do you know how much I've wanted those sorts of things?" He slams his hand on the desk. "Is this about the world being unfair?" He throws his head back and laughs. "Huh." Takumi strums his bass alone, focused. A sudden noise makes him look up, surprised. He didn't expect anyone to walk in on his practice. A classmate calls out, spotting him. Takumi freezes, embarrassed. The other student teases him about his secret music ear, catching him off guard. Takumi admits he's not into light music. His classmate Jaku shrugs it off. He hands Takumi a paper, calling it a secret from Morimoto Chiyo. Takumi reads the note, then nods. Outside, classmates shout goodbye. He watches them leave, the note still in his hand, his thoughts unclear. Walking home, Takumi hears a strange sound. He stops, confused. His friends turn, asking if they heard it too. Their voices low with curiosity. Takumi taps his bag, puzzled. The sound echoes again. He glances at his friends, who look just as baffled. Something feels off, but he can't place it. A classmate whispers about Morimoto Chiyo going to medical school. Takumi listens, stunned. He didn't know she was taking tests. This changes everything. The group laughs about their own struggles. Takumi stays quiet, thinking. His friends joke about dying, but he doesn't join in. He's lost in thought. Takumi mutters about Morimoto's guts. His friend looks at him, confused. Takumi shrugs, then looks away. He doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Takumi finds his friend slumped on a chair, eyes closed. He yells, shocked. His friend groans, annoyed. He didn't expect to be woken up like this. Takumi asks if his friend is okay. The friend sighs, admitting he's stuck. Takumi panics, asking what's wrong. The friend just stares, tired. The friend asks about talent. Takumi frowns, unsure. He remembers their last talk. His friend looks at him, waiting. The air feels heavy between them. The friend mumbles, lost in thought. Takumi watches, worried. He doesn't know what to say. His friend finally speaks, but the words are slow, hesitant. Takumi offers tea. The friend nods, too tired to argue. Takumi pours, his hands steady. The friend watches, silent. The moment feels fragile. The room is quiet. Takumi stands, waiting. The friend stays seated, head down. The tea steams, but neither moves. The silence stretches thick and heavy. Takumi shows his phone, pointing at the screen. His friend leans in, curious. He explains about glow and air. But the friend looks confused. The friend leans closer, squinting. Takumi holds the phone steady. The friend finally gets it, nodding slowly. Takumi smiles, relieved. The friend asks if Takumi has someone close. Takumi looks down, quiet. The friend nods, understanding. He doesn't push, but the question lingers. The friend stands, hands on hips. He asks if Takumi thinks his life is over. Takumi freezes, caught off guard. He didn't see this coming. The friend slams his hand on the counter, frustrated. Takumi jumps, startled. The friend glares, then turns away. The tension is thick, unspoken. The friend talks about Morimoto becoming a doctor. Takumi listens, silent. The friend asks if that's why Takumi's upset. Takumi doesn't answer. The friend hands Takumi a cup. Takumi takes it, his hands shaking. The friend watches, calm. The tea is hot, but Takumi doesn't drink. He's lost in thought. Takumi sips the tea, eyes closed. The friend watches, waiting. Takumi nods, finally speaking. The friend smiles, but it's small, unsure. The friend leans in, close. Takumi freezes, breath caught. The friend's hand brushes his shoulder. Takumi doesn't pull away. He stays still, unsure. Takumi looks down, quiet. The friend watches, patient. Takumi's eyes close, then open. He's thinking, but he doesn't speak. The moment hangs, heavy. The friend talks about people who write. Takumi listens, eyes wide. The friend says they quit, but Takumi doesn't believe it. He shakes his head slow. The friend says he's not judging. Takumi looks up, confused. The friend smiles, soft. He doesn't push, but the words stick, heavy in the air. The friend admits he never thought about loneliness. Takumi stares, stunned. The friend looks away, quiet. He doesn't say more, but the weight is there. Takumi holds a record, fingers tracing the edge. He thinks about talent, about quitting. He doesn't move, just holds it, lost in thought. What would you do? Takumi whispers he was born cursed. He quit in the worst way. The words hang, raw. He never thought he'd say them out loud. What does that mean? The friend hears, quit in the worst way. He frowns. What's that mean? He sips his drink, waiting. Takumi stays quiet. The silence stretches. Takumi admits he's done. He didn't want to fight anymore. He thought it was over. The friend stares, shocked. He didn't see this coming. The friend smiles softly. You don't need to. He says he'll see the recital. Takumi looks up, surprised. Hope flickers in his eyes. Takumi smiles back, small but real. He leans on the table, relaxed. For the first time, he doesn't feel alone. The weight lifts, just a little. The friend sets his cup down. He looks at Takumi, calm. He doesn't push. He just waits. Takumi knows he's not alone anymore. They walk toward the festival gate. Trees frame the arch. Takumi steps, slow. The friend stays beside him. This is it. No turning back. Backstage, a guitarist claps. Curtains up. Takumi stands still. The band moves past him. His hands shake. He takes a breath. Takumi watches the band enter. He hears the crowd. His heart pounds. He doesn't move. The friend waits behind him. He's not alone. The singer belts into the mic. Takumi watches, tears in his eyes. He didn't know music could feel like this. He feels alive again. The singer smiles at him. I want to be like you. Takumi blinks. He never thought someone would say that. He feels seen. The singer says he wants to be free. He wants to choose. Takumi nods. He gets it now. This is what he missed. He's not alone. Takumi's friend looks at him. Did you think your life was over? Takumi nods. The friend smiles. I wanted that too. They step onto the stage. The crowd cheers. Takumi freezes. The friend stays close. He doesn't let go. The lights blind him. The band finishes. The crowd roars. Great job. Takumi hears it. He didn't think he'd hear that again. He smiles, wide. The singer wipes his face. He's tired. Takumi stares. The friend laughs. He's proud. Takumi feels it too. He's not broken. The singer says he'll keep playing at university. Takumi nods. Me too. He didn't think he'd say that. He means it. The singer hands him a mic. I'll carry that. Takumi grabs it. He's ready. The friend claps. This is just the start. Takumi runs forward. He's not scared. He's not alone. He's not quitting. He's here. He's alive. He's ready to play.